Yes, we know the storm. Oh no. Does anybody know what we are looking for?
DJ Adams in the mix.
Hey, it is what it is. Podcast is brought to you on multiple platforms, you sexy bastards. We got Anchor, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Stitcher, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Spotify, and on iTunes. Guys, if you were at the beach on July 4th weekend and you were listening to, I don't know, DJ Long Schlong, DJ Breaker, we got the big dick on the fucking mic. If you were listening to those DJs, you're a criminal, you're an imbecile, because you were supposed to be listening to the It Is What It Is podcast on all these platforms you see right here on your boombox, letting the whole entire beach hear me and Jack sexy voice. People, by the way, also first links in the description of what we're going to be talking about today when we got our man Zwenic on the show. We are going to be talking about mostly our merch. So guys, my merch is on sale right now. First link in the description. Sexy bastards only get to buy the merch. $4 for a sticker, $25 for a hoodie, and $15 for a shirt. We're going to be talking about how we got to this design, how we made it, and what our mindset and the thought process behind this merch this year, guys. So we have Zwenic on the show. We got Jack the Bus, and we are ready. We are ready to have some crazy sex. Let's get ready for episode 110 of the It Is What It Is podcast. Oh, and we are live!
He's not saying anything.
Yeah, no, it cuts out. Just give him a sec. There you go.
Live!
Oh, no, he's
That's power of noise suppression for you.
Oh, we are live with the It Is What It Is podcast today. Oh, I am excited, because we haven't been live in a long time for the podcast. I mean, we have, 2 weeks ago, we were, because it was Jack's birthday. That's why we had to do a fucking pre-record last week.
Yeah, but
I'm a little upset that
I'm special.
I'm a little upset that we had to pre-record your birthday for the podcast for your family coming over for your birthday, and you aren't showing the effects from that party. You're not showing it. Like I thought we were
Am I
gonna.
supposed to be dead?
I thought we were gonna postpone it just so you can get fucked up for the whole entire week. I thought that's why we postponed it.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Jack, I told you, and you know what's funny? It's crazy how my dad even knows this. How when he was here for the segment of my 12-hour stream, he was like, "Weren't you and Jack supposed to go to a strip club?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know, Jack, but Jack didn't want to do it."
You're not here.
I can fly.
Oh,
Fly
hey,
me to the
God.
moon.
Oh,
Let
what
me
did he
play among the stars. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the It Is What It Is podcast. Welcome back to the channel. Let me get the chat out so I can talk to all you sexy bastards. Also, let me put on Twitter. We are live right now. We are live. I didn't put on Twitter that we are live. But guys, first and foremost, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Jack the Bus here. What's going on, Jack? How you doing? How was your
You're
week?
gonna say Zwenic. You never introduced
Oh,
me like that.
no, because I'm tweeting out. I'm trying to keep it. I'm just trying to keep it flowing. We got. Listen,
I was like,
Jack. I have different words for my man Zwenic. Don't push me.
Oh.
Don't push me. Don't push me.
oh,
Don't push
okay,
me.
yeah. No, I was like, wow, you're raising me to a higher standard.
I
Yo,
thought
what's
you
going
loved
on?
me, Turbo. I'm very sad now.
Oh, you see what you did, Jack? You didn't
Well,
let
like,
me.
you didn't even
let him,
dig her
you didn't
into
let
it.
him wait to hear my words, and you already got him upset that his words are gonna be better than your words. But Jack, how you doing, you fuck?
I'm doing great. Zwenic, it's good to have you back, brother. When was like the last time we had you on? Like, when did you come on?
I can actually check
Where
real
it was
fast.
like the end of February, March time, I
It
think.
feels like forever ago. And
Oh, no, it
was
is.
This year?
We had Zwenic. The last time I had Zwenic on was 4 months ago, when March 7th. March 7th.
It literally feels like 8 months. This feels like double that.
Let's put it this way: March 7th. That was the last time. Wow, that's crazy. I went to the movie theaters a fucking week before quarantine. I went. That was when we talked about the Impractical Jokers movie. That was the last time he was on the show.
Oh,
and
dude,
and
yeah.
I went to the movies with my sister the week before quarantine. Oh,
Different
God.
times, dude. Very different times. And now,
Oh
I mean,
my God.
we're basically still in the midst of it. I remember like a month ago, everyone was like, "Oh, 2 months will be, you know,
Especially
like a month now."
your people.
Well, no, because Texas did open, and then the cases went up, so it closed everything down again. I don't know. What's it like there, Zwenic?
I mean, when
Everything's
I
still
went
pretty much
to,
shut down,
because when I went to work at the end of March, we got to take all of our equipment home so we could work from home, right? So,
Okay.
and I was saying to one of my friends,
So what's equipment? Like, what
oh,
exactly?
because I'm a games tester, I take all of like the like consoles and stuff home.
Gotcha.
To
That's
work.
pretty sick.
So, what happened was at the end of the day when we had to take the equipment home, I was saying to my work colleague, I said to him, I wonder how long this quarantine's going to last for. And then there's me thinking, I was thinking that maybe it was
Like
going to
2
last for like
months.
3 weeks. And then
Yeah.
it lasts like 6 months.
Now we're still in it, dude. Yeah, like we couldn't even take stuff home from my classes, like cameras or anything, because the equipment's like,
Oh
you know, it's like
boy.
I'm in like a media arts classes, so your cameras are like thousands of dollars. You know, they're not gonna trust college students with that
No.
stuff. So we literally had to like do all the rest of the projects at home, and it was like really scuffed. That's why I don't know if we're even gonna go back to classes, because they're saying classes are gonna be in.
They're
person
gonna
this
say
fall.
they're gonna say in fall, yeah. The what you got? They're making like already a. As I walk past my TV every day, I see the latest like news headline, and it's like we are opening schools because that's what America's all about. We gotta go back to the schools. We gotta go back to teachers. We gotta. I'm like, but if there's a kid, or if there's cases now that kids start get the virus, God forbid, then you know people can get that like fucks up in the
It's just
government.
like
It's
some classes like people have like.
Well, they have to
bio,
go in. I get it.
like
I get
labs
it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know if because they're advertising it like everything's gonna be like all the classes are gonna be open, which is
Yeah.
a pretty heavy contrast. Like I know they have to be, and some like labs and stuff, and some work can be done just from home, like lectures and stuff.
Yeah.
But you gotta find the balance. So I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting next
I
6
mean,
months.
the process on how it works here, I mean, don't get me wrong, Boris Johnson has done a very
Boris Johnson.
he's done a very questionable job of
Well,
putting
Did he have it for a bit?
one, he had the coronavirus.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah.
but the whole thing around it is the fact that if you're a vulnerable person, so if you've got an illness or something, you have to stay home and you have
Right.
to. Unless
As
you
you
live
should.
alone, you would have to get someone else to go out to get your essentials, and even if you have
Yeah.
to go out, the only reasons you go out are because you need to go shopping for something, and that's only for essential items.
Essentials, yeah.
You can only go out for 20 minutes of exercise a day, and
Who's timing you? Who's fucking? Who's
It's like you leave the front door. There's like a federal agent there with like a stopwatch.
20
He's like,
minutes of
"Alright, go."
exercise. 20 minutes. I fucking shift for longer. 20 minutes. Fucking walking outside. Hey! 19
Bro,
minutes,
you're-
20 seconds. Get the fuck back inside.
It's like a guy with sunglasses on the sidewalk.
Yeah, like a fucking CDC agent fucking walking beside me. Who the fuck is he?
the thing that confuses me though is because where I live, we've actually gone into a second lockdown because we've
Yeah.
an amplified recently got a more amplified amount of cases in
Yeah.
my city.
Yeah.
There's like a motorway, or you call it highway, but there's like a highway that divides our village, and basically anything
Village.
beyond that motorway boundary is out of bounds. But my village, where we are, that's in the city boundary for coronavirus.
Mhm.
So, but there's
So
not
were you guys kind of like
particularly,
technically
reported
up and then
cases in
closed?
my village as of recently, and I booked Monday off work because I wanted to go to the pub to have a pint with my mates.
There you
But it's
go.
not gonna
Pint
happen
with mates.
because
That's the most you case
I know.
I've ever
I
heard
know.
in my
Have a
life.
pint with my mates. That's amazing.
So, have you been still going to work? Like, is it like just like limited, like as far as like
well,
how
no,
many people you
in
can be
fact,
around?
we've not had any emails to do with. Well, we've had a HR email us to say that we're continuing to monitor risk assessments and stuff, which is
Yeah.
fair enough. But they reckon that even if we go back to work, it's not going to be until like September anyway. So
Yeah.
plus even then, they're only going to do small roll-ins. They're not going to send everyone back at once. So
Yeah.
I think the
Exactly.
essential thing is if you can work from home, you're working from home. If you can't, you can't. Because
Yeah.
where I work, it's about a 50-minute drive by car for me to get there. So
A
essentially,
50?
yeah, 50-minute
Oh
drive.
my god,
Fuck.
that is a long drive for work.
And that's why I'm quite lucky because I only went to work for about 2 weeks. I had to drive down to the office for 2 weeks, 50 minutes a day. Well, that's only on the way there.
Yeah, so that's like an
so
hour.
anyway,
Yeah, jeez,
so-
dude.
I think to do a trip there and a trip back, I think it's like a quarter of tank of fuel. So
Yeah.
You mean
Uh,
petrol, not petrol? You mean
yeah,
petrol?
or gasoline. I don't know what the fuck you Americans call it. But like, essentially, this is why I consider myself quite lucky, because I only need to go to work for 2 weeks. We got sent home, and we've been working here for 4 months. It's like, it's bliss.
Yeah. How different is it from home though? Like, is it like, are you pretty restricted in terms of what you can do?
You're working from home.
That's
You
it.
can do anything from home.
Because
Do they just like send you the games or something? Like, what do they do?
I can't say an awful lot because I've obviously got my
NDA.
non-disclosure agreement, but like essentially is
Fuck it, we'll get fired. Who gives a fuck?
They'll get fired.
send
Not us.
us, like patches and stuff through messages and stuff, and then we just download it onto relevant consoles. That's basically what they do for it.
Wow.
But, I can't say an awful lot, but that's essentially what they do. But working from home, it's like all I need to do is get up, go for a shower, get some toast, come back upstairs, work 5.5 hours a day, then go to sleep.
There you go. Boom,
Yeah.
bada, bing, dunzo. But now that what you call
I
what was
just
I
want to
gonna
say,
say?
someone in
Go
chat
on.
just said, "Does anyone remember garlic bread?" LMAO.
Oh no! Please don't start that again. I know it's a meme, but please don't start.
Wait,
it.
what's the garlic bread meme?
Shut
Am I
the
missing
fuck
out?
up, Jack. Shut the fuck up.
Wait, what? Did I forget something?
My whole chat for about, I don't know, a third of the whole entire 12-hour live stream was filled with garlic bread because
dude.
Zwenic eats garlic bread up the fucking ass. I'm not sure how his fucking mouth
garlic
is not
bread's good,
fucking
dude.
criminally fucking stank.
No,
I did come into the stream at one point. It was this
And the
garlic
whole
bread.
chat
Oh my
was
God.
fucking fuck you, Jack. 'Cause now the whole chat today is gonna be garlic bread.
Wait, what's wrong with garlic bread?
Zwenic keeps eating it, and Zwenic mentioned it in the fucking chat during the 12-hour live stream. People went away with it. They started running with it. It's one of those things
It's
where
yummy.
I know, no, Jack. I love
Go ham with the garlic bread.
I love
spam.
garlic
Got my
bread.
blessing
I love
chat.
garlic bread. But I don't know. I came back and it was spam there, and I was so confused.
Not
I was like, what the
join
fuck's happening here? But we have the man, the myth, the Pablo Picasso, my lover, my pretty much, I gotta hide him under my bed when the loved ones come home. We got my man, Zwenic. Zwenic, welcome. That was a nice long introduction to you, Zwenic. But Zwenic, how you doing, man? How are you? Well, we already pretty much know how you are, but how are you?
You would normally ask this at the start of the podcast, but we kind of went on a really.
We went on a rant. We went on the Corona rant. I'm sorry. We went on a little rant. Jack, is that a White Claw, Jack? Is that a White Claw?
It's a monster. I have a white claw. Do you want me to drink it?
I mean, can you drink? I mean, you can drink it, Jack, if you want
Oh my
to.
God, here we go.
If you want to.
Let's let Nick finish introducing
Chat,
himself.
there will be a podcast chat, and Jack, we will do it. We will do it, and I'm saying it here. So maybe we'll do it in the future, so people will forget, and who knows? Maybe Susan Wachowski, love you too. Maybe she'll forget. Jack, one podcast, I will get you drunk.
I think you're allowed to do that.
I'll get a little tipsy.
I don't think you're
No,
not of
I
age.
know we can. No, I know. Who cares? Who cares? I'll do what I gotta do. And who said drink? Who said drink, Jack? I don't drink that much, so maybe. That's it. Zwenic can come. Maybe
Oh,
Zwenic can
Turbo's just
drink.
in a surprise trip of the year. Just put a green screen up and take Zwenic's background and just say you're at his.
I'm in the
little time.
UK. I'm in the
Chat,
UK.
Anyone in chat right now that's hearing this, you hear nothing.
They can't tell me I'm not in the UK. Who the fuck are they to tell me where I am and where
Yeah,
I'm not?
yeah.
I'm in
Who
the
knows
UK.
where you are?
That's
Yeah.
it. But no, like I said, but Jack, we do gotta have a podcast where we'll have when maybe
That'd be fun.
you just pound a couple of White Claws
Do,
and take some
drinking
shots.
game?
Some
Yeah.
shots. I'll have a sesh with Snoop Dogg and Jeff Ross real fast. We'll have a nice sesh. I'll come back flying on cloud 9. We'll have a good stream, Jack, and we'll see where it goes.
You know what Nazim from Skyrim says? He says, "Do you go to the Cloud District very often?" No, of course I don't.
Wait, Zwenic, I'll have some spiked garlic bread. We'll bake it with something. Who knows?
Spiked garlic bread.
Oh my god! Imagine edible garlic bread. Like going to a dispensary, seeing edibles, and the kid's just that's a loaf of garlic bread. And it's like You go there with
Why garlic
you
bread?
go there with your friends to buy like gummies or like some other edible. It's like you want to try our new garlic bread.
Yeah, you see that green stuff on the garlic bread. It's not parsley. It's not basil.
Yeah, instead of parsley. How many? Hey, yo, what's the good thing here? Oh, we got a 6,000 milligram garlic bread that it's kicking.
Garlic bread.
Yeah, you don't
Opens
use
up a chunk of garlic bread.
flour to
Oh
bake.
my god, yo, we got some garlic bread that's kicking, dog. We got. Oh well, anyway, Zwenic, we are happy to have you on this show. We
Go on our
That's
second
open.
tangent of the show.
Yes, well, Joe, so I wanted, and Zwenic even said it. Zwenic actually came up with the idea when I was talking to him real fast. When we were talking about our one out of many meetings we had about my merch, and Zwenic was like, "Would you want me to come on the podcast? The week during its live, the sale. Would you want me to come on?" I said, "Sure," but that's actually great to talk about what the whole merch was and what our ideas were at first. So first and foremost though, I want to just bring out, like we said, we had Zwenic on the show for the first time like 4 months ago. I think it's safe to say, Zwenic, that is when we first started working on this merch, was about 4 months ago, the beginning of the quarantine, yeah.
Which is really crazy to think because, I mean, actually, what I can do is I can sort of give. I mean, you already know, but lots of other people don't know. I can basically give you like a rundown of how we came to be, so to speak.
How we got in contact. So Zwenic, go, shoot.
Yeah, actually,
So,
I don't know if I know that.
So
I
basically,
don't think I ever told you.
So
Yeah.
basically, what happened is I was bored one day. This was back probably mid-February time. I see you smiling, Jack.
I was just bored.
I was just bored one day, mid-February, probably around that time. So I was just experimenting with my sort of like art style. So if you've seen Turbo's merch and a couple of other things, you can see like the spiky lines and stuff.
You have a very distinct style. Yeah.
So if you picture that, what I was doing is I was working on my art, and I was thinking, you know what? I really like zombies. So I thought, you know what? I've kind of done these perk posters a while back, so now I'll go into something else. So it's weird to think. The first thing I actually did is I had an idea in my head of a poster because I thought I saw one of my friends said that Codename Pizza was looking for some poster ideas. So basically, I drew that sort of style, but I did it where it was like a hand holding a pizza, basically. And so in my sort of art style, then I went onto his stream just to tell him about it, and it didn't quite go through the way I wanted it to. So I was thinking, well, sod this, I'll try something else. So then I went to do the legendary Tim Hansen merch, where basically I did my art style again, but I got the hand holding the TH logo.
That was that was the one that you sent me in the initial DM. I'll cut you off for real fast, but when I was on the so it was around that time, the beginning of the quarantine, March, and I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm in the bathroom, and I'm going to the bathroom. Perfect. That's why I said the story would actually make so much sense. So I'm on the toilet taking a shit probably, and I'm just on my phone. I get a DM from a kid named Zwenic, and I see that. And first of all, the poster on the screen right now is similar to the poster he was talking about, the ones he was making and stuff, of different perk logos and just perk bottles in the game. And he made that one pretty much in the beginning of the logo when he had mine in mind. But that Tim Hansen image, the poster you can buy on besides the Last Man Standing one, the alternate posters you can buy on TimHansenPosters.com. That one, the one of like a hand holding Tim Hansen's logo, that one you sent me as an example of what you can do and stuff. And Jack, when I saw that image, like when you definitely dealt with art and stuff like that. When you see other people's art or what they can do, and then instantly what your ideas are, and you're like, perfect. You're like,
told
perfect.
me that too. Whenever you did, you said you were like, I think this just like clicks right. Yeah.
Zwenic, I think, yeah. Zwenic,
yeah.
I think I DM'd Jack like the first like week or whatever, even like probably the same day we were contacting, and I think I told Jack, I was like, I think I found him. I remember I keep telling, that's why I call Zwenic my Pablo Picasso, because I was always trying to find like that one person that really works well with me in art stuff. stuff and fucking.
hard to.
And it's so hard. That's the one thing, people, if you're a YouTuber or anything in the community as an entertainer in this fucking world, the hardest thing to find is like a designer, art, anything in that world, because one, Zwenic knows this firsthand, many artists, they're fucking narcissistic, they're cocky, they think they're fucking golden, they think their work's like a fucking, like you can't touch it, they either price it so much, like oh my god, my work is so unique that I gotta price it $900 for a fucking thumbnail template, like holy shit, like calm the fuck down, you ain't fucking, Jesus Christ, you ain't fucking, Vincent Van Gogh.
MW gun PNG with flare text.
How many fucking folder packs do they gotta sell for $30,000 to make an income? Like, holy shit. But that's why, so when Zwenic, me and Zwenic started talking, I told Jack right away, I was like, Jack, this is it. This is my guy. I fucking love him. I fucking love him. So yeah, so you sent me that, and then right away I asked you, I'm like, dude, I think we can really work together, and that's when I think we started getting, that's we got into contact. But
Yeah,
you tried to DM me because you wanted to make Tim Hansen see that image. That's why you DM'd me.
Yeah, because it was a weird.
You're irrelevant, Turbo. You're a middleman, bro.
That's why that's why I told Zwenic a bunch of times. If he wasn't nice, I would have just deleted the fucking DM. Now,
Yeah.
Anybody who tells me, "Can you show this to Rabbit?" Delete. No. Who the fuck am I? A fucking mailman? Who the fuck am I? But go on,
I mean,
Zwenic.
I kind of get what some people mean, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, sometimes things can quite genuine. Like, as I say, with a lot of my stuff, I was doing it for the greater good. That sounds very fucking communist, but you know, there you go.
No, yeah.
So like the way it went is I did the image basically. I know Jack's gonna fucking laugh again because I was bored. I did it.
Oh, it's just like whenever I'm bored, I'm just like, I guess I'll eat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just drew up the image, and yet again, I'd watched I watched Tim for quite a while beforehand, and I think the first ever video I watched with Tim and Turbo in the same video was the one where you mentioned something about Walgreens, and this guy was spawning.
Oh yeah. That was that was like the first one. No, that was I did a video with Tim Hansen, but that one I was just with Lex. It was me and Lex in that like inventory map where a bunch of guns were on the wall and stuff. And I said, "Where the fuck are we, Walgreens? What are we doing here?" Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, what I can do is just for demonstration purposes, I've put a lot of stuff in the Discord chat, but like the one I just sent now with the Brutus Warden, that's if people want to understand my sort of art style, we can use that to put on the screen.
I remember that. Yeah, no, I remember the Venom one. I think
Essentially, as I say, I started off where I was doing the image, then I sent it to Turbo to send to Tim, and then
No, not that one. Was it that one?
I kind of killed two birds with one stone, where Tim said, "Do you want to do some merch?"
Was it that image you were showing me to show him, or the other one, the Tim Hansen holding the logo?
I
think it was that one.
Especially you can try both examples.
Yeah, but that's the one that's on screen now, the Brutus one.
I think because I think that one's a bit more representative of my general sort of artwork.
Yeah.
So when you see that, basically, it's very distinct. So a lot of that, it's basically done the initial sketch, then I put it into Adobe Illustrator to do all the line work. So basically all the black lines, that's Adobe Illustrator. Port it back to Photoshop to do all the color work, basically. It's sort of transferring programs. But yeah, it's a weird story how I literally just killed two birds with one stone. Not literally, but you know, sort of giving these ideas for you to give to Tim. Tim said, "Hey, want to do some merch?" Then you also said, "Hey, you want to do some merch?" It was just
and then a week after, like 2 weeks after, Greg FPS hit you up because he saw you were working with me and Tim. And then Greg FPS hit you up, and then Greg wanted some merch, so you made him a merch logo. Then he made some merch. So and then that's what I told you too, Zwenic. Right when we started talking, I told you because you wanted to get your name out there, of course, as well as an artist and stuff in the community. But I told you, what did I tell you the first time we talked? Like, look who the people you're working with. I'm like, you're definitely getting your name out there. And now look, now you have having conversations with me, talking about how you have to fucking delete Twitter off your phone, get the messages off your fucking your head some weeks. Like I get like it's been such a like crazy time span from what we done together and what's like it's all out now at my merch. And I tell people all the time it's only the beginning. So I ex Zwenic. So now at this point we're talking. Tim Hansen's working with you. I'm working with you. But I believe the only thing that we made public is that like, we're working together. You made a tweet I think at the time saying that you are making merch like logos and stuff for Tim Hansen and myself. Then I ask you, I'm like, okay, here's the random idea I have now. At this moment, I have the old logo that's on the overlay now. I have the old Turbo Script logo. I still got that one as my main one. I'm still using that one at the time as my main. I don't have a main logo. I don't have not really a lot of ideas in my head. The only thing I tell Zwenic is, Zwenic, I kind of want a design that kind of has a perk bottle coming out of a logo, like just punching out of a logo. I tell him this. Now, I'm so used to having artists, like, me having to explain a bunch of things.
Because of the Fiverr artist, wherever you explained it, and it was just so weird.
I gotta show this image right away. I gotta show this image. Go
back to it,
Turbo? Oh my god. Jack, explain what I look like here in this fucking image. This is disgraceful.
Wait, did you post it?
I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on the screen.
I haven't seen it in a little bit. I just remember seeing it, and Turbo was like, "What do you think of this?" And I was just like, "I think it looks nice." All
right, the one on the screen is the quote unquote revamped version. With my skin tones, my skin tone is sort of fixed. But here you go.
It's a good concept, but something about the way you look makes me really uncomfortable.
This is early. Oh no, me too, Jack. I look like a fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. I look like my skin is like my skin has like fucking like 3 years of skin surgery and like fucking plastic surgery all over my fucking cheeks.
It looks like you have makeup on. I think that's what it is.
I think it looks like if you say picture a condiment bottle, say Aunt Jemima's, it kind of looks like that face on the bottom.
Oh my god.
True, but it's for like mustard or something.
Yeah, like that type of cartoon design, like Aunt Jemima. By the way, Aunt Jemima, no more. Aunt Jemima, no more. No more Aunt Jemima. Yeah, Zwenic. No, I don't know if you said that because of the fucking thing that's happening right now, but no more Aunt Jemima. No more syrup. Done.
I had a question for Zwenic.
Go.
So, if anyone follows, no. This is a good question. I'm just like really intrigued. Okay, so like if anyone follows you, they know that you like pop figures a lot, right? What's you have like just like a love for them? Like you design a lot of them like on your own. I think they all look like really sick. They look really professional.
I'm surprised none of Pops ever used one of your designs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, essentially,
you just like start buying. How many do you have?
Wait, before you go down that tangent of the pop figures, real second. I want to just finish out how we got in contact. Wait. So how about this? Because I want to continue on a linear passage of the fucking the story of my merch. So,
dude,
so we'll talk about the pop real fast. So Zwenic also makes pop figure designs, and these are fucking really, really sick. Let me try to get some.
That George Romero one is so cool. Yeah.
So this is what Zwenic make. Oh, fucking face cam. This is what Zwenic makes. Also, he makes some nice pop figures, Funko.
So, how many do you own? I have like 8 or 9.
If you honestly want me to count,
there's that many.
I have all of the base Overwatch pop vinyls.
That's a lot.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Someone said make a turbo bobblehead. That'll be a big fucking head. That'll be like a fucking like a small body with maybe like a Brooklyn flag and then just like a fucking.
So base pop vinyls for Overwatch. There's 35 of them.
Oh my god.
I have some Pokemon ones coming soon. I have all the current Minecraft ones. So that's 5. So that's already 40.
That's an expensive collection.
I have my custom zombies ones. That's 1, 2, 3. 4.
I only have one pop figure, and that is James C. Burns, Sergeant Frank Woods. Where is he? Where the fuck is my pop? I don't know where my pop figure is. Probably in my closet.
I have my little Naruto one soon there.
Damn. Turbo X Jody merch. Jody. Oh boy, I don't know what would that
Dude,
logo look like.
Today, chat has just been in their own world. Like I just see them having
Jack, you know, that's why I said the 12-hour live stream of Golden
like,
Bread. It started It started Monday.
Aside from normal, like they're in their own conversation.
It started
the
Monday.
entire
It started
time.
fucking
It's
Monday.
So funny.
Okay, so if you want me to be completely honest with you, with the amount, you're gonna be in shock.
Wait, I want to get a
I
calculator.
roughly have 72 pop vinyls.
Wow.
Well, wait. So let's estimate. Pops are like 10 to 15 each, right?
Wow.
10 to 15
about
a
that,
pop.
Yeah,
I would
about
normally
that,
get. It depends. I think the cheapest I'll get them for is about like £8-ish, which is probably 10.
Okay, we'll average it then, dude. That's like an expensive collection.
So probably average it about $12.
Honestly, not even that bad though. You know.
Hey, it's his hobby.
Yeah.
Some people collect fucking used condoms. Listen, let the kids collect some pop figures.
I think pop figures are sick.
But what was I gonna say? I don't know why they never used your fucking, because I know you DM'd them. I know you DM'd Pop and Funko about your design. So hopefully one day they'll use your design.
I mean, yeah. The only issue is, it's the same issue that a lot of people have. Is if you don't have,
Right.
even if you get traction on a post,
Yeah.
you don't have a particularly big presence, so to speak. It's not that influential.
Also,
so
I'm pretty sure they release pop figures depending on what's popular, what's trending at the time during the world.
Dude,
and
no,
stuff
they have
that.
like pop figures for literally everything.
Oh no,
like,
I know.
It's
Oh, I know.
obscure.
Somehow,
blows my
somehow,
mind.
Glitching Queen has one of like fucking like a custom ones. I have no clue.
There's
Crazy,
probably
crazy
companies
shit.
that don't make them.
yeah,
custom.
normally
Crazy
you
shit.
would pay someone to make it for you if it's custom. So I mean, I've made some custom ones myself. So.
Yeah, I would love a turbo one, a turbo
Because
Funko pop
You guys
figure.
have seen U2s, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like not like
U2? Oh,
knockoff
U2,
pop
yeah.
U2s where they make them for YouTubers and like
Yeah.
different memes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you call it. So Zwenic. Before we get to the pop figure convo, so Zwenic sends me. So I tell Zwenic, I'm like, okay, so now me and Zwenic we start talking about our merch now. It's the beginning of quarantine. I'm looking to get some stuff going on, like the beginning of March. So now I pretty much I asked Zwenic this. I'm like, Zwenic, I need a logo that I'm thinking of an idea of a lightning bolt and a hand coming out of the lightning bolt holding a perk bottle. Now, I have no clue what the perk bottle is going to be, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Here is what Zwenic sends me out of the gate for when I ask for a logo with exactly what I asked for. This is the first thing he sends me, and when I ask him this, it's in like the first, 10 fucking seconds. And to me, with everything I've seen in the world of Fiverr, like you saw that fucking logo they used of me, I saw this. Now, I saw that the way the hand was 3D, the lightning bolt was 3D, the bottle looked fucking great. I just saw that. This was like the first 10 seconds of me talking to Zwenic and giving him an idea. He jotted it, boom, 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 sent it to me. Boom. The idea was in my head. Now, that was one of the first things probably the first thing you ever drew for me. First thing you ever did for me. That image right there was like the first ever like style, let's try it out, who knows, blah, blah, blah type of thing for the design. So when we did that, I didn't have any idea of what the perk bottle was going to be. We pretty much just went on with that style right there. And then we had that. And then after that, there really wasn't that much of, like, steps to get to the final one, because it was pretty much that, and then the final, pretty much, because the perk bottle, I gave you the idea of the perk bottle, and the poster I showed in the beginning of the podcast, you made that. So, like, this type of bottle, and then, like, to get the colors right, what kind of a name it was going to be, Turbo Super Slime. Now we're having a ton of people kind of try to give me the storyline about, Jack, if you were to drink my perk bottle, Turbo Super Slime, what do you think my perk would do? Because now we're already having tons of fans ask me what the perk bottle does.
I'm thinking something like adrenaline-esque, like not speed cola, maybe like running like quicker.
So stamina up. There's already stamina up.
Like no stamina. Wait, do you run faster?
So I already have mine
unlimited.
that I
thought
think.
stamina just. Oh yeah. Wait, do you run faster with stamina? I thought it's just unlimited
Jack
sprint.
the Bus. Yeah, you run faster, Jack the
How much
Bus.
faster though?
When you need to make you running, and you
I
need
thought it's
to
just like
make you
unlimited sprints.
I would like to put it.
I think it makes you run faster. I'm not going crazy. Stamina makes you run faster in zombies.
if you have certain.
I know
features,
it's more. I'm sorry, Zwenic, but I know it's more running. You can unlimited running, but it's not. Are we gonna get myth busted Mondays on this fucking podcast?
Oh
today?
yeah, 7% speed increase.
There
Okay.
we go. So Jack, the Sexy Bastards has made the decision that it only makes sense that Turbo Super Slime, since they're already stamina up, there's already Banana Colada, and there's already the sliding perks, and with slime and stuff like that to give some damaging effect. Mine doesn't have to be slime effect, whatever the case may be. However, it's going to be unlimited slide.
Super slime.
Unlimited slide. So you know when you're sliding and you start to go slower, the friction
Dude,
starts to make you go slower.
that'd be so broken though, like with training.
Speed runs. I'm a speed running
Sliding
champ.
around the map.
My perk was meant for speed runners. I look after the other community section.
That better be an
Jack.
expensive perk, brother.
I like to come up with sort of like things to do with perks, and I was just thinking in my head, if you wanted it to be sort of like the perks you mentioned, like if you want it to be like stamina up but not stamina up,
Yeah.
what you can do, if you do certain actions in the game, like say when you say swap weapons, reload, and stuff like that, you can probably get a running boost, and then you can sort of aim down sights faster. Like say instead of these, I know it depends if you're playing. Some games have weapon kits, but if you say didn't have them, you could then go to reload or aim down sights, and you move faster. So instead of having it so it's like stamina up and you run faster, it's a case of where if you do a certain action, as I say, like if you reload and then you start running afterwards, it gives you like a slight boost before you slow down again. So it's sort of like one of those things.
Yeah, no, so that's what I think it might be. It might be unlimited sliding, so who knows? I'm talking to Triarch devs as we speak, so who knows? But then Zwenic, after that one, you made that sketch, then you made the simple logo, so then you made the poster of the bottle, and then after the poster was made, the bottle was made, and I had the bottle, the colors, stuff like that, we made the logo. And the logo was literally done since March. That's what I'm trying to tell people. We literally had all of these things and pretty much a lot of the assets done in the beginning of quarantine. So I remember telling Zwenic the first time we started coming into contact and talking to each other, the first initial thing was the merch, like we said. So we made all this stuff, and then boom, he made the logo, and that's it. And then right when I had the logo, that's when I started thinking of what I was going to make for merch. The initial plans, I'll get to that later. So then we got to the logo. That was done. So then after that, Zwenic, with the perk logo, the merch logo, that was already done. And I tell people all the time, the perk logo and the merch logo is what actually inspired my new main logo, which is not the one now. I have to get a new overlay screen, actually, to get that turbo fucking logo out of there. But the new logo with the hand holding a controller, now and a lightning bolt, that one was made out of inspiration out of the first one. So that's why I try to tell people the merch logo was kind of like a little Easter egg. Like you guys were kind of getting a tease throughout the whole entire time. I've been using the first one, and I'll put that on the screen just in case you guys don't know if you want to see a little bit bigger. The main logo of the one I use, my main logo, right here, boom, done. That was inspired by the perk logo. Now this one was also... It looks like it was made differently, because I was in the call with Zwenic when he made this. I know everything was like handmade for the perk logo and the merch logo, Zwenic, but this one I was in the call with you. I was like, let's make this similar to the merch logo, but this time it's like more of a human hand and it's holding a controller. This one, I was in a call with you, Zwenic, when you made the whole thing from the fucking by yourself, just sketching it out with the tablet, and that was fun.
I remember how intrigued you were. I thought, oh shit, have I drawn something wrong? And I was like, oh
no,
Turbo knows nothing.
Oh
then
no,
you were just sitting there like,
I'm amazed, because I tell Zwenic all the time, I I have all these ideas in my head when it comes to designs and art that I can't get on paper. How many times do I send you a like a test like drawing from me, and it's like it's
I want to see some of these.
it's preschool shit. Like, no, I pretty much go like this. I'm like, yeah, can we get like
aliens coming down, raining from above?
Can we get like a coconut and like a golf club like hanging off a golf club going through a coconut, and it's like a circle with a stick going through it. Like it's the terrible drawings. And we probably got through.
Compiled all of those drawings onto like a wall. It'd be like an insane asylum. It'd
be a hospital. It'd be a hospital room. But yeah, no. So I would send you some of those designs, and you would fix stuff. But when I see you design, I see you work, and I close my eyes and I open them up, and then boom, it's like the finished product. It was crazy, and we kind of went with the Xbox 360 nostalgia controller, the colors like that, and but I just want to use these as like examples to show you like how fast Zwenic works, and how fast you work, and how great it is in the fast of time, like how fast you work, and for the quality of it, it's sick.
It reminds me of that curve that you find with some designs, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Visuals by Impulse. They recently came under some fire.
Yeah.
It's like those design companies, there's like a lot of them, like Creative Granite and stuff. Like Visuals by Impulse, a great company. They make a lot of cool stuff. Like I've used some of their stuff before. This guy recently exposed them for like scamming them for like $4,000.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He made this whole video where he like laid out everything he wanted.
Vision by Impulse was scamming people?
Visuals by Impulse.
Visuals by Impulse.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, let me go on. So like I said, I love their stuff. I don't know if there's anything.
We both made some stuff by this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. No. It's a company. I don't know if we're thinking of the same person.
Well, Visuals by Impulse, I definitely
VBI.
You sent me that person before the DM, so we definitely got stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, okay. So this is what happened.
Possibly the intro stuff. Wow.
He sent that. So this is what happened. He sent them everything he wanted, and they're like, okay, that'll be like, I don't know, $1,600, like really expensive. But it was like all custom, like animated stuff, like work and stuff. But still, really expensive.
Wow.
And every time he made like a slight, like they did something wrong, and he was like, no, I want it like this. They tacked on like another like $500. They would throw him another invoice.
Just like an add-on, $500.
He said they invoiced him for an increase in text size. They sent him a bill for an increase in text, and it got up to like $4,600, and he paid it.
That's a new PC. Go buy yourself a new PC.
That's more than a new PC. That's a new like NASA space station, dog. Like, I was so surprised, but I feel like that shows the curve, because you have to find that balance in because that's a big company. You're gonna have hit or miss, especially because they're gonna charge a lot more, and you don't know what you're gonna get, and you're not having that personal connection. Turbo, you found like with Zwenic, like you said, he gets your style and like kind of fits that way. I just found that whole thing like really crazy.
I like to think that from my standard, because obviously, as you mentioned, there's a lot of oddballs out there that either, no offense to them, are quite terrible in the way they do stuff.
Yeah.
They charge too much for it. But like, my demeanor is very professional, affordable kind of thing,
Yeah.
I know that's the slogan for Tresemme, but it doesn't really matter.
I gotta say it, and what you call it, Zwenic, he is a person, which, by the way, Zwenic is, if you ever want a commission by Zwenic, links in the description down below to his YouTube. His Twitter is @Zwenic, so if you want to find him on Twitter, it's @Zwenic. Go find him there. If you want a commission, please go hit him up. Like I said, he is great to work with. However, this is something that I want to bring up also, because we kind of had on an artist a little bit before. We had on just to talk about, work, and I believe it was, who was it? It was TZ Ghost, about getting his stuff stolen from Dalek that time. We had him on the show, and I will always remember what he said. And when we were talking back and forth, Zwenic, you said this, and it seems like a very relevant thing that comes up in the community of art is people knowing who does great work. And I'm probably sure, Jack, you've heard this many times, where artists would get these DMs going, hey, I want this, and this, but can I get it for free? Like they would just ask for free right away, and I remember that was a big pet peeve for you. So Zwenic, do you want to just say right now, as you have a platform, I am open for work. However, if you think I'm just gonna do it for free out of the gate, don't be a dick. because listen, if you need help, of course, Zwenic is the greatest person. If you need financial help, he will do anything for you in that means necessary. However, if you're gonna be any person, you're just gonna go and be a dick. So yeah, I'm not gonna pay. Are you gonna charge me?
How
What?
often do you
Charge
have
me?
people like Zwenic? How often do you have people that are just like, so?
I mean,
By that look, it seems like
he
too often.
tells me all the time how that fucking happens.
it's difficult to say how often I get it because it's very on and off. The amount of times I get stuff because I'm not going to name names, but there's this one guy
He goes by the name of Noah J. He's just such a prick.
There's this one guy that I do know. As I say, I'm not going to name names because I'm not going to shame someone for doing something. But like, there's this one guy that he asked me. He asked me a bunch of stuff actually because I'm not just an artist. I do other stuff like YouTube, but the main other one I do sound design, so sound effect making and stuff like that. So what happened is I basically put up my artwork on Twitter, and I also put up some sound effects for this zombies project I was doing. So what happened is this guy messaged me, and he was like, "Oh, I really like your artwork, and I really like the sound effects that you've done. And I'm also a big fan of the zombies community. I'm also a big fan of a lot of people you follow, i.e. Turbo, Tim, Rabbit, blah, blah, blah." But then he slowly goes on a tangent, and then he asks me, I really want to start a Twitch, and I really want to start a YouTube.
I remember this story, yeah.
But I kind of need some art, but I'm also at like 10 Twitch subs or something like that. So I'm not at that many Twitch subs. So I don't have a very good income. So I would, if it's okay with you, can I have some art for free? And maybe could you also message Tim or Turbo to say I would love to play with them sometime because that's a 2 home run shot. That's a 2 fucking hitter.
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone, baby.
But I mean, in many respects, I'm fairly lenient. Like as you guys know, I'm fairly lenient where my work's concerned. Like if someone can't do it, I'll always try and offer an alternative, as long as they're not fucking me off and saying, "Oh, I do have the money, but I'm just lying to you." Like, honesty goes a long way. If you can't afford it, just tell me. Like, or if you don't have as much money, I can come to a compromise and I can probably lower the price. But
that's pretty rare in the design.
My work is fairly, as I say, fairly lenient price wise because I mean, my base rates go at about £5 to £10 for your base rate, and that's cheap to a lot
of cheap for the design community. Yeah. I mean,
but if you don't have money, I'm still open for it. If you want to come back when you have money and you want to message me saying,
and you won't find many designers that do that too.
Yeah, no, and I was just gonna say the same thing. You won't find a ton because when I was in a situation like that, the same just as that person, the same position, many times when I would go to an artist, the best thing also people don't know a lot too is how much just in general a consultation can help you and how much your design. Because if you have no clue what you can do for your design, if you can't afford the design made right away, a consultation, just that artist giving you like a tip or like a idea for your idea. A logo, it goes a whole hell of a long way. Trust me. I only brought that up, Zwenic, because like I told, like you mentioned before, and like we were talking about with my merch and just in general, how many people you're working for. Now you don't deal with that a lot. It just goes to show you how even though you're not dealing with a ton of like just random people now, it still happens in the world of art and the world of just in general design making.
I'll tell you this now. I'm gonna leave a lot of the detail out of it just for privacy's sake. But when I did designs for Greg, I did his obviously it was only like a slight change in like background color and whatnot, but even for the free, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. I think it was 3 logos I did for him. Mainly it was background changes.
Mm-hmm.
If you want my pricing point for those 3 logos, I still charged under $100 for it. So
Yeah.
That's still a really good price, though. I have another friend who's a streamer who reached out to one of those big companies and wanted stuff done, and at the time, that company was doing work for another really big streamer. Like I'm talking like, like Summit levels, like one of those big streamers. But whenever you talk to a design company that's doing work for one of those streamers, that person's gonna take priority because they're more, because they have the numbers, they have the audience, and his design took, I think, 7 months for them to
What?
finish. 7 to 8
I would have forgot about it. I would have gave up.
Yeah, no. When they originally told him like 2 months, but like I said, they got business from this really big streamer, and when that happens, they take like the top priority of that streamer because I mean, I understand.
Wow.
Still, that's not like that's why the bigger companies have a like more of a reputation for that kind of thing. I thought that was so insane that it took that long. I can't imagine waiting 8 months.
Jesus.
yeah, if you think about it, if you think it back from that respect, if people have got say a designer or a company doing it for them, fair enough. If they've got a more intricate design, and then they need the time to do it, then fair enough. But if you think about the time span that it took us to roll out the entire merch from March until last week, and that was what, 3 months. But even still, I got the merch designs done within like 2 weeks. So
but even
God knows
then, if you want a change done, it take like, let's say it takes them like 4 months to get back to you. You want a change done, that's gonna be another month and a half, and then by that point you're like, okay, I just want this done, and you're not getting that final thing like the vision that you originally
and
had
you know
for
what's
it.
also great about having just like Zwenic like by my side is like when you have to deal with someone from Fiverr or a company, that kind of feeling in your chest of like, when are they gonna answer back? When are they gonna answer back? When I gotta just like waiting for the answer. Zwenic usually answers me. We DM each other, so it's like a 2-second thing, or sometimes whenever he doesn't have the longest, 15 minutes. Like it's not even that long whatsoever. Like when I was dealing with Fiverr, pretty much wait the next day to hear back from someone, like 24 hours.
I find Fiverr pretty hit or miss. Like I think Fiverr has some really
It is hit or
solid
miss.
people.
It's a big hit or miss.
I've watched videos of like this guy who took footage he did for a commercial for a pizza company.
Yes. Yeah. It was like
He range from like $5 to like $500. The best one was like the $30.
It's like in the middle,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I found that so interesting because I mean, yeah, the $500 one was really sick, but it's interesting the range of people you can find on Fiverr. And you
Oh
gotta,
no,
like,
hell
really,
yeah, And good example. Remember the logo, the Butch logo I showed before. I showed you, and you were actually surprised. You're like, wait a minute, this guy actually has like good reviews. What the fuck?
Because I've done a few things through Fiverr, and I haven't really had many bad experiences.
Well, good for fucking you, but unfortunately, I look like a burnt
It's like
fucking
my-
caramel apple. Good for fucking you. Fucking Jack just throws
at
in.
least we got a good story out of
Jack
yours.
just throws in. I've been perfect on Fiverr.
Okay, how much was that? Was it like $15?
I think it was like $25.
25. That's not too bad, and we got a
$25.
funny story out of it.
Marcos, thank you so much for subscribing, Marcos. Oh no, I know, but it's still. I mean, however, that logo didn't do me justice, so that didn't creatively fulfill me, which led me to have to get creatively fulfilled with my boy Zwenic. So everything happens for a reason. I'm still looking to get that as a tattoo, but I don't know what to get. Because like I said, I'm not going to get a tattoo. Chat, you know what, chat, you sexy bastards? Maybe this could be your guys, like, maybe do your homework for me for a quick second. Can you
Make
guys,
me a tattoo.
Can you guys find me, or maybe Zwenic can maybe design, maybe that's a video title. My artist designs me a tattoo. Oh shit. But I'm trying to find a tattoo that just that deals with the saying everything happens for a reason, but I don't want to have like script writing on my hand like a fucking IKEA wall plaster. Like everything happens for a reason. Home is where the heart is. Like shut the fuck up, bitch. Like I want to like is there an icon that looks like that resembles everything happens for a reason? I know there's like a type of logo that has like everything like EH like every like the acronyms for it, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. I have no clue. do the IIWII logo. I mean, if me and Jack both get that tattoo somewhere, I'll do it.
Dude, I don't know if I'll ever get a tattoo in general. I just don't know if I'm a tattoo.
Well, you're white. You'll get expedited from your fucking house, so that's why. But
No, I just not.
No. I don't believe he's anything that comes out of your mouth right now. I'm not believing because your father may see it. He'll shoot you in his fucking ass, and that's it. Done. See you later. Jack, you know, and I know the type of white you are. I know you walk in with a fucking tattoo, even if it's like Jesus with a fucking cross like this. I don't care. Your parents will look at you, think you're a disgrace. You're the devil. Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
Why is Zwenic referring to himself?
Because he's a tattoo. Do you have a tattoo?
Wait, do you?
You got a tattoo?
No.
No, he's
he's trolling.
Showing how white I am.
That's not a pretty good style.
Oh, I gotcha.
White pants, dude. I have some white jeans. I haven't worn them in forever because it takes a lot to pull off from white pants.
Also, Jack, when was the last time you went out somewhere to wear jeans? When was the last time?
Yeah,
you usually.
Hey, listen, you can't even roast me for that. It's Corona season, baby. That's not fair.
I go to Texas no more. We're free. We're done. In Texas, everything's normal.
I told you we're back under lockdown. I told you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jack. Because people in Texas
I want a divorce.
Because people in Texas suck.
Could I say something for the record?
No. Go
on. Like this is. I'm just gonna give a bit of advice for people that are. I don't want to sound like a prick when I say this, but people that say. I want to say underneath me in say skill level or sub count or something like that. I just want to give some
trash.
Bait. But
Why are you laughing?
I think the thing that really annoys me when people say they pop up in my DMs and they say something like, "Can you send this to this person? Can you do this for this person? Can you talk to this person for me?" So I have a lot of people, again, not going to name names, I have a lot of people saying, "Oh, can I please get in a video with you, Tim, Turbo, blah, blah, blah."
See, I find that so weird because that's just not the way you go about that, you know?
I know. And this is what
I'm of course not. Of course not. And every time that comes up on my DMs, I say the same thing. However, like Zwenic said, to not be a dick though, what are you gonna say? So that's why I just delete now. If I get a DM that just says, "Hey, can you show this to Tim?" Like I'm like your piggyback guy. Like I'm to get to him. Like I delete.
It's about the way it's asked. Like Zwenic said, he's like, "Can I get in this?" Not, "Hey, can we work together on this?" Like I feel like that's very telling right away.
I think the thing that really it bothers me the most about it is, I mean, I don't mind getting the messages, but it's like few and far between. I'll get, compared to say one message saying hello, there'll be another 10 that say, "Could I play with you?" sort of thing. But the thing I want to get across to people is don't be, if you're a person that's looking to become a content creator, designer, YouTuber, I would say don't be disheartened if you don't get the subs you want in the amount of period of time you want. But one thing I do suggest is if you want to make it big, so to speak, the best way to go about it, and this is the way I've done it, is through my artwork. If you demonstrate you've got a skill and you can provide a skill to the person, that's the way you get the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah,
so
no.
Basically, if you say like me, and you have been doing art for God knows how long now, I think I've been doing art for like 6 years now. So it comes to a point where you can message people with your music, your sounds, your art, whatever. Yeah. As long as you've got proof, if you've got an editing portfolio, if you've got an art portfolio, send it to a person. If they like it, they like it. Not everyone's going to like what you have. Yeah. Like if I sent my let's just take Carnage Clan. If I sent my portfolio to Drifter, he might not like it, so to speak. My art's not for everybody. But in the case of Tim and Turbo, they liked what I had to provide. I've got put my Discord.
Also, like you're saying right there. I'm gonna put it in more simpler terms, exactly what you said, and I'm gonna put it to also terms about me and Jack can also relate to. It's the same thing as being a YouTuber. When people ask the question, how do you get, like, for example, like you were saying, for an artist, how do I get my art out there? How do I start doing art for this person? How do I start doing art for that person? Same thing like a YouTuber, and the questions me and Jack get tons of fucking times a day is, how do I get my name put across? How do I collab with this person? How do I gain this amount of subs or this amount of views, whatever the case may be? What I usually tell a person, what usually is the answer is, one, you have to have your talent do the talking, and that's exactly what you said by your art. Have your art do the talking, have your talent do the talking, have your work do the talking for you. If you're gonna go in the DMs asking this YouTuber, that streamer to work with them, to collab with them, to make a video with them, to stream with them, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 times you're not gonna get a response, because those are DMs they've seen 10 times a day, 100 times a day, and they're not gonna think of it as anything, and that's it, done. However, if they see your work from a retweet or something, if they see your work on their timeline, if they get inspired by your work, they're not gonna wait for the DM from you. They're gonna DM you. That's how it works. And then when people ask you, well, how do you get to that position of, what was it called? Not what you know, it's who you know. Well, first, you had to use your talents of what you knew to create all this great content, and then you have to have, which is the luck factor of that person seeing your work, having that person see what the hell you do, and then having that be the talking point for you. Yeah. Because then if they see your work, you don't have to explain everything you want to do. They see the potential in you and what you can do. What you got? Just to put a quick fucking bow tie on this story, or this example I was trying to explain. Going to fucking ZWC2, going home. Was I the person to DM all the YouTubers back home saying, hey, I was Turbo from LA. You said you wanted to make a video right now. Can we make a video? I did not do that. I shut up. I put my nose down. I used the Hi,
Mr. T Lexify.
Yeah, I used the audience and the platform they gave me. Put my head down, kept working with it. That's it. Donezo. Yeah. Done. Yeah. You don't gotta go extra miles to get your name out there. Just use your work that you fucking got and use the talent and make that talk for you.
I think there's one final thing to add to this whole story. There's a slight grey area underneath all this. Whereas I normally tell people, if you've got slightly less than average skills in the area you want to be in, i.e. music, art, just keep working on it. Your skills get better. Like,
practice makes perfect.
I was recreating a prestige icon I made last year.
I saw that, yeah.
And my art skills have developed so much over a year that I remastered that prestige icon.
Oh, the one you remodeled the one you already made, so you didn't. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So basically, what happened? So you just keep working on your stuff, but there's the other sort of like outcasts of the group, where the thing that really does annoy me, and again, I'm a fairly chilled person. I don't get annoyed at a lot of stuff, but the people that do really get on my nerves, they don't get me angry, they really get on my nerves, is the people that say, can I do a YouTube video with you? Okay, you've asked me this, but what are you going to give to me? Oh, nothing.
Or like, they have like one video on their channel like ever made. Like that's yeah.
Yeah, you can't give nothing and expect to get something out of it. It's just not how it works, unfortunately.
Not like a relationship like that works.
No, but but Jack could probably answer this too. You know how many things I've done for people like that? That just like it's to pretty much help the other person out more than it is to help me out a ton of fucking times. But you know what though? I kinda enjoy it though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of like enjoy, like, for example, I'm doing a podcast with someone or I'm doing a video for someone and I know I'm not really going to gain anything from it. I'm just saying, honestly, from my point of view, I get what you mean, Zwenic, 110%. I get it, and you're not wrong. I do. However, for me, though, I always remember when I was that person, you know, and I kind of knew, fuck,
I cringe when I think of me as that person.
I kind of knew when I was a channel where I kind of needed the help. I kind of needed the boost. I needed that person for a guest. Yeah. I remember times when I was in that position. So anytime, of course, I was just on my best friend, Magna Collider's Kyle. I was on his Mad Lobster and Spike. I was on their podcast, the Zom Squad podcast. I was on their podcast Tuesday great fucking time. I would go on it any other time. I would love to come on another time. But however, I didn't gain anything from that besides a great time. But what I mean is, I actually remember the times where
You can feel the people that are genuine about it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
Genuine.
Yeah. Exactly, but Zwenic, I know you're probably talking about the people who pretty much you just they probably DM'd you out of nowhere, and you probably have no clue who they are. You know, exactly. I get you. No, those things I get you though, where you wake up and this is the best one. When you wake up and you get the DM, can I ask you a question? Just fucking ask the question. Don't ask me. Can I ask you a question? DM me the question. Don't.
You know why? Because they know it's not a good question, and they're trying to get you to message back, and they're like, "Oh, okay, so now they're here."
It
Like, usually
always is. But guess what? Ask the question. Like
if they don't ask right away, it's no.
Oh,
nope.
Jack, you're right though, Jack. Because every time I get those DMs, can I ask you a question?
They're trying to reel you in.
Oh, yeah. And I also don't want this to ever be a point of like we don't like getting DMs or messages. That's never ever what we're trying to say. We're trying to talk about the funny outlier DMs we get where it's always like that, where it's like, Turbo, can I ask you a question? And then it's like, how can I get on the podcast? And I'm like, what do you do? What are we going to talk about? Like, hi, we have on Chris Jeffries. Chris, how you doing, man? How you doing, guys? So what are you doing? I don't know.
I work a 9 to 5 at Office Depot.
I don't know what I do. Okay, Chris, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a great time. We talked about everything. It's been a great 5-minute topic. Like, what do we do? Yeah, I get you, Zwenic. I get it. It's just great. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, a ton of these things we were just talking about for the past rant, it's like, at the end of the day, it comes with the territory. It comes with the job description. Yeah. It comes with exactly what you got to do, and you got to get... And, Zwenic, what you're gaining right now, you're gaining thick skin. That's exactly what you're gaining. You know, I am currently gaining thick skin, but I was in your position where I just started like, what the fuck with these like I just started getting to the position where I get these DMs where I'm like I tell Jack all the time, feet pics on I'm getting feet pics. Stop sending me your fucking bunions, people.
You don't have to tell everyone about
like,
me.
No, Jack, your feet pics I love. Your feet pics I suck. Your feet.
You.
I would suck your fucking ringtail, Jack. Let's fucking do it. Let's have a good time. But yeah, Jack, if I was there for your 21st birthday and you were like passed out on that fucking whiskey, I would like look your toe.
I would have woken up to you sucking my toes.
You would have woke up to me sucking one of your toes, and you would have been like,
what?
Yeah, that could have been like a Me Too movement story. Anyway, we have I have a funny story I want to talk about before we end the podcast. I had a quick one more example of that. Please.
It's not as much like a promo example. This guy DM'd me, and he had been streaming for like 2 weeks or something. He's like, "Hey man, I just got rated by like this huge streamer. I had like 100 new followers last stream." He's like, "How do I like ride this to like up?" And I had to like bring reality. I was like, "Dude, this is like a great boost for you, but this is like a small bump. It's not."
That's like if someone gets remember like the back in the day, the old YouTube raids, but if anybody got you rated on YouTube, they would think that's what the channel's made. It's set now. That's what I meant by last podcast when I said the people that maybe the one we were talking about sponsorships, when it's like people who are channels who literally just want any excuse to make that tweet saying #ad or any tweet to say I got merch because they just want it. In their body they just want
$50 gift card.
They want anything in their body just to say to themselves, okay, I made it. Like, at the end of the day, though, we three technically didn't make it in our fucking life. So for them to be like, I made it for like a raid and stuff, and then to say, well, I don't know what they said to you, but like
it was like a genuine like question, and I was like, well, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been streaming for 4 years. I still haven't found like a bump or anything. I found a bump, but not like something that rides me all the way to the top. And you're gonna get those bumps. You're gonna be like, oh, this is huge, but you gotta like remain like cemented in reality, and you have to like be consistent. Like I said, this guy had been streaming for like 2 weeks or something, so he had a long ways to go in terms of realizing how different the streaming world and all that is than just one shout out.
Do you remember in the beginning when you would start streaming and you would get a raid, like that first raid you would get, so you would never see the double-digit number by your view count ever. Like you would see like 8, 7, 6, 5. You would always see those numbers. You would never see like 10 people watching.
Nightbot chilling, bro.
Exactly. You would never see 10 people. You would never see 10 people before. do you remember those feelings you would get where you would finally get rated or you would finally get like something hosted or whatever, and you're playing and you're streaming to the new 5 people that came, so now you're at like 11 people watching, and then you continue to stream. So now in your head you're like, all right, I got an audience finally. I'm gonna stream to an audience, and then you start seeing the people slowly go down, and then in your head you're like, I'm not entertaining. I'm not entertaining. Oh, those are the worst feelings, man. Those are but those are great now for you to look back and be like, I overcame all those feelings. Like, dude, I remember streaming World War II on my YouTube so much and looking at that view count and having nobody watching, because World War II was a game for me for some reason that really was like.
That's why I never have my view count up when I stream anymore.
I remember so much about World War II and what I was doing in YouTube, because that was such a weird time period for me, World War II and YouTube, because I remember the content I was making and the type of way I would feel when I would stream, and to say that I actually overcame all of that and where I am now, it's
the numbers, just the feelings. Yeah.
Do you remember the feeling of when you're streaming for the first time and you're starting to get stuff going and all of a sudden your stream just crashes and you're like, what the fuck?
That's
it's just
probably the most fun.
I mean,
oh my god.
I have something to add to that as well. This talk of streams and stuff, because I remember when I think I did the first initial 2 videos with Tim, my sub count increased by 500 subs, and these now I'm 1,200 subs on YouTube. But
crazy.
Again, like Jack said, you need to be cemented in reality, because the one thing that I think
there for your content,
people don't seem to realize as well is even though I do YouTube, fair enough, I haven't uploaded in a couple of weeks. I do YouTube, but I also do art, and I've also got a full-time job. The thing that people do need to realize is you can get it or get big on YouTube or streams, but if you've got the confidence and you think you can make it, then do it. But the thing is people think they can start off doing streaming and YouTube, and that's all they're going to do for the rest of their life. Be cemented in reality. I recommend, if not a full-time job, at least get a part-time job in the meantime, because if you say have a house and then your YouTube and stuff falls through, at least you've got that job in the background to help you sustain yourself. Because if your subs drop, your streams drop, you lose monetization or whatever.
That was pretty much the life of a ton of fucking zombie YouTubers in the BO4 during BO4. That was how many wake up calls were probably given to YouTubers during BO4 that was like, wait a minute, okay, so when my content isn't doing the usual way, okay, this is how I struggle.
I had that conversation with someone about Dr. Disrespect the other day. I messaged him. I was like, isn't it kind of
Do we still know? Do we still know?
No, nothing still. But I told him, I was like, isn't it kind of unsettling to you to see how quickly an empire built over the course of years and years and years to the top can disappear instantly? Isn't that kind of unsettling? Isn't that weird?
And that's totally unsettling. That's why I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm actually
how fragile it is.
Oh, so fragile. And that also goes to show you how fast anything it is to get taken away, because I told my dad, how lucky are we to be growing up in this generation to know that if we tweet out something today, it could be looked at in 10 fucking years.
I'm so glad I didn't have a Twitter when I was 13.
If we were this old when Twitter and stuff first came out and we were just starting with our careers, like we are now, but we just got Twitter and stuff, and we were tweeting we thought, we tweet today, they're gonna forget about it tomorrow. I am so happy, because how many times do you have a celebrity or something in a bad tweet taken away, their show gets canceled, their agent drops them, anything, and taken away like that, that's it, done.
It's a very fragile time.
The thing that makes me sad to see is people that say that they do want to have a career for YouTube and they want to be a content creator and they want to be big, but at the same time, this is where a lot of psychological things come into play, because if it comes to a point where you just want to do YouTube, you don't want to do anything else, it's come to a point where you do still need a reality check. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for your dreams. By all means, start a channel, see if you can grow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like what I'm doing, even though I initially did want to be a YouTuber, I'm just going sort of on a tangent. I would also like to go into the game industry as well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, it goes two ways. But the issue that a lot of people have is they start a channel, it doesn't get X amount of subs, and then they just get sad and depressed over it. But they don't have another choice to do because they haven't invested their time to get another job, so to speak.
And also,
or they didn't even want to do it from the start. They were just looking for numbers from the start.
Exactly, and also not even just the jobs one. Like, how about just in general a career path? Like when I started YouTube, I just literally, what else on YouTube? I literally just wanted to make videos, wanted to stream, wanted to do stuff for Call, and that's it, done. Doing YouTube, learned I want to do way more of this stuff in life, like stand-up comedy. If it wasn't for YouTube and it wasn't for, like, I try to tell people so many times they can't believe this. When I was in LA and even when I came back and months after when I came back from LA, I didn't even know what stand-up comedy, what really the industry was, really. Like, I knew there was comics out there, but how to go by stand-up comedy and the work behind stand-up and the kind of like the math and the sciences behind stand-up, I had no clue besides like last year. No fucking clue. So when I learned I want to do stand-up from YouTube, that's another thing of like, okay, there's a ton of YouTubers right now, Zwenic, like you just mentioned, where a ton of YouTubers where they just want to do, like you said, Jack, as well, they just want to do YouTube just because it. Jack, how many fucking times we even fuck around with this one kid? How many times do we always see these YouTubers that they just want to have a setup, they want to start streaming, they want to start making videos again, and then after about a week and so, we don't see them for, you know, how that's the story of our life. That's the story.
The bullet pointed pin tweet of goals for 2020.
Yeah, that's the story of every YouTuber's life.
I've done that. Like I had a bullet pointed tweet for goals, I think 2019. But it's funny whenever it's those people that do that and then you don't see them for 4 months.
Oh, dude, it's also great. Dude, there's been people recently that made I'm back videos for this next upcoming game coming out when a trailer was so hyped up coming out, but then the previous month.
Where is the trailer? Yeah.
I have no clue. But remember when the trailer and everything was getting hyped up for this next Call of Duty? Holy shit. We have people now saying they're back, but also, where had they been since that welcome back video? They gone again! They gone again! Jack, they gone again!
Can we,
it don't end!
Can we talk about the recent drama? I was trying to find the tweet. Can we talk about the drama with wait, the tweets get deleted? Did you see the drama?
If it's that TikToker fucking drama with fucking
No, in the zombies community.
I was gonna say zombies community. Ooh.
It was
with Dalek!
Dalek and Ninja Nation.
Yeah! Oh!
Yeah.
I forgot all about that, Jack!
Dude, this, I don't know much about this man Ninja Nation.
Okay,
this
I know. Oh, let's go on Twitter. We're gonna go on Twitter real fast. Stream. Zwenic, Zwenic, are you familiar with these two people? Zwenic, are you familiar with this?
Which two people?
Zwenic is lost. Zwenic, follow along.
Zwenic. Ninja Nation.
Just follow along. There we go.
Dude.
All right. What was he gonna do here? Ninja
I think he deleted a lot of the tweets because it got really.
No, he didn't. He didn't delete it. Why?
He was saying stuff like in all caps, like, "Oh, maybe I should kill myself." and all this stuff.
Oh, I know. Where is it? Okay, so. How far does it go back? When was this?
It was on July 4th. July 4th.
Oh, good day.
For those, okay, wait. For those who aren't involved, basically, this world record for like the round 2 solo to Horizons Rocky Easter egg, like doing the Easter egg on round 2, like finishing on round 2. Apparently, Dalek did it, and he's like, "I've done the impossible." And then Ninja Nation, this other guy who does zombies videos, he said, "Oh, I guess people forgot that we invented this, and it's been beat on round 2 and done this."
All right, so
time.
yes. Most of the tweets were deleted. Mr. Dalek JD.
A lot of the very aggressive tweets.
Oh, I remember all of them. So fucking, I gotcha. So let me also say this. So Sets Ninja Nation Gaming, right, people? Ninja Nation Gaming, he was also one of the people who made the videos against me during ZWC2. During that whole entire spiel of when people thought I was fucking vote botting, him, Luna, and I believe RH all got into a Discord call, and they were watching the the vote counter, and they were all making videos. The 3 videos about me trying to pin me as a cheater, blah blah blah. Later on, great time. Later on, long story short, in LA, my father went up to those people because my father was there. I pretty much told my father, yeah, they're the people that made the video about me. I didn't even know he did this. I was doing my own thing at the event, of course. And then my father says, yeah, I went up there. I was like, what did you do? I was like, what? He was like, no, yeah, I just asked them why the fuck they made that fucking video. I was like, what? I said, what answer did they give you? He was like, they said, we had to make the video to kind of get the news out there. We had to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. And my father was,
fast forward.
And my father was like, no, you didn't. But anyway, long story short, he was the one that made my video about me trying to promote me, so that can go to show you how he's very into the drama side of stuff. But, okay, so Ninja Nation, so Dalek posted a video, world record on round 2, solo the Horizon Track Easter egg. You know Dalek, chat, okay? You know Dalek.
No, like, Dalek didn't claim to have done it. Oh wait, a world record low round. But I don't think he claimed to have done it first.
Listen. So even if he didn't, at the end of the day, I think the main problem was about credit being given to the first person or something that did it, okay?
Yeah.
Long story short, okay, Dalek does have a tendency, okay? And I'm saying this, I swear to God, to try to show you guys that I really do not care about the petty stuff.
Yeah.
I just last week I just finished playing the game with Codename Pizza, Dalek, and Chopper in Zetsumono Shima. We played a game together. I'm telling you, I talked to Dalek, talked to Pizza, all of them in person. I love all of them. They're great people. However, in business, of course, we all know some people do some stuff that it's all like, and we all know, okay? So Dalek sometimes does have a tendency to not post a link in the description when it's needed, not to at people when it's needed, not to give credit when it's needed. He does have a tendency to really do that, okay? However, this whole situation here was at the end of the day another case of small YouTuber wanting fucking credit, not getting credit, getting mad.
But
that's what I think
getting mad in a very over the top kind of way. Because did you see the tweets?
Oh, very over the top. Over the top. So I don't know if there's any tweets that are left.
It was along the lines of maybe are you saying I should kill myself and all that kind of stuff?
No.
Now all that's left is no shade. We're brothers. I'm all about positivity and unity.
No, that's false. That's false. That's false. That's a lie. But listen. So it basically goes, so new video, blah, blah, blah. So then he responds saying, damn, I guess, is on the screen, yeah. Damn, I guess people still remember we invented this type of thing. It's been beat on round 2, solo, duo, trio, and 4 several times by other teams besides us and smaller channels already. But this is what I'm trying to say. Another case of big YouTubers not showing the smaller YouTubers.
I can see the frustration for sure.
I can see it too, but to go about this to try to I don't get it. I really don't. And can I be very honest with you? If it wasn't gone this way, Dalek, he does have a sort of an argument in this case. He sort of does. Yeah. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have an argument because, what did I say in the beginning? Dalek has a fucking tendency, for some reason whatsoever. Also, fucking Lex too, by not putting fucking people in the fucking description. The fucking end. All these, I gotta say, and Lex, I do less understanding with Lex for some fucking reason. Promoting other people in their videos or promoting anybody for this reason. For some reason, it's very off for these YouTubers. For some reason, but who knows? But I mean, go on, Zwenic. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
so I'll add 2 things to this as well.
Yeah.
I think the whole Dalek situation surrounding it is the fact that the only issue is because he's a lot bigger a YouTuber. He probably uses certain phrases like saying "first in the world" purely because he needs that sort of like,
of course,
that-
the views, of course, the click factor.
the tag and SEO monetization going his way, which again, that's just business. You shouldn't. I mean, yeah, it's a bit shit, but you can't really get mad at someone trying to make a living off some. Yeah, like,
Exactly, and also he didn't really do anything. Zwenic, he didn't really do anything like relating to Zets, you know, or like Ninja Nation. He didn't really do anything saying this was everybody. Like if you went into that fucking video, did you think, oh, this was from Zet's video, this was Zet's idea, he invented this? I don't think no one did. I don't think no one watching that video said to themselves, Jack, oh, I don't know why he didn't credit Ninja Nation. He kind of did. Yeah, Ninja Nation's viewers, like the one he probably retweeted, the one that person.
I don't think you were saying. I think you're saying like, he's not known for it. Yeah,
no, he's not known for that type of thing. You know,
Right.
like TZ Ghost, we had him on the show because his actual footage was used against him and never ever got credited for it. That is the big what the fuck.
Yeah.
This type of thing though, we're not discrediting Ninja Nation by saying he doesn't have an argument. We're just saying to go extreme like this, and also about the exact video, it's a topic. It's not an actual thing. It's a topic. It's not an actual thing Ninja Nation did that puts a stamp on that's Ninja Nation's. And it's so hard to do that in the zombies community.
I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I feel like Dalek just has like bad luck in terms of like making these things. Not in everything, because he has.
He can do a little bit more research maybe in the videos.
Like search up the video on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's totally possible.
But
and
like,
how else would you have known how to do it?
Exactly.
I think Dalek just seems to get really bad coincidences where all this sort of like stuff's concerned, because it's just like me saying, first in the world 2-box challenge Thunder Gun Reagan Mark II only. I'm not the first person to have done that. It's just a shit argument.
Yeah, exactly.
We have done
Video.
In many respects, I'm actually quite lucky as well, because luckily for me, 95% of the time my work goes credited, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah.
But like, there's the couple 5% outliers that even though a lot of my work is watermarked in many different ways, they'll always try and circumvent it to a way where they crop it or they clone stamp it to get rid of the watermarks. I'm like, as I say, if you want to get better, just work on your skills. Just don't blatantly steal work.
I wanna read some of these from Ninja Nation. I just want to give the viewers some of the, if they haven't been reading it. So I read that already about how him addressing it. Then there's a deleted tweet. Then it goes and says, if there was no shade, then there was no reason you would have deleted that tweet. I'ma stop being Mr. Friendly with you. If you don't like me, don't act like it, bro. I fucking hate fake-ass people, and you're one of the fakest motherfuckers in the zombies community, period. Deleted tweet, deleted tweet.
The two deleted tweets were like where it got really, really
This sort of abuse on social media can lead people to very dark places. I've done nothing to you. I just made a video 30 seconds and says I'm showing how to get a low round world record, not claiming anything. I have no reason to care for beating an Easter egg on round 2, and this is all over a video. And then he goes and says, nah, it's over you being a dick for years with these smiles in my face. Wait till the video. And also he's been like, he was like egging on a video he was going to be making about Dalek, exposing a bunch of stuff that we don't know, but maybe stuff we know, maybe people probably going on. Whatever, the ghetto YouTuber, whatever the hell, try to say the N-word was used somewhere, I don't know. To those of you who may not understand, I have no clue. To those of you who may not understand this, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for finally speaking up and not holding back about how I feel.
I totally agree. You should speak up if you feel that way about something, but in a different way.
Yeah.
What else here? I mean, there's a lot of other tweets. I mean, you want to turn this around like you're not a victim? Not understand how you made me feel this way? Might as well blow my fucking brains out right now. You know
Oh,
before
there's
you,
some of it,
you
yeah.
know before you and the others send a bunch of people to call me bloop again and use these. Oh, he's saying that before they used to send people hate. Is this tweet trying to say that they've done in the past, like send hateful people his way?
People, yeah, I have no idea what that pertains to. I
I
didn't
got
know.
no clue. I don't know.
So when I told Turbo this before, one time I found like this it's like fan art type for a show, and I wanted to make this theory video about a time jump in a show, and it was like fan art depicting like a possible time jump. And I messaged the artist. I think it was on like DeviantArt or something. I was like, hey, do you mind, like, I'll pay you if I can like use this in a video or a thumbnail or something? And the artist was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. They're like, well, this is weird. I've never had someone actually, like, every time I see my stuff in a video, they've never like asked for it. That's so sad that that's what you're used to.
It's sad,
like,
but it's unfortunate. It's their fucking life. It's their life.
Yeah, I can't imagine how frustrating that is.
It's like I'll bring up the pop vinyls again, because I've been sending them to a lot of different manufacturers, right? And basically, there's been the odd time where I've unless, like, for example, the general rule of thumb, if I post it first, you're allowed to retweet it, whatever, as long as you keep it the way it is. Like, unless it's got something you don't like derogatory language, which I'd probably never do anyway. But if you want to retweet it, share it, and just leave it how I upload it, I'm fine with that. But like, the thing is when it comes to, say, artists doing certain things, I've had numerous times. I've had like my massive contact sheet with like 20 different pop vinyls on it. I've had that been pictures been saved and the watermarks have been cropped out it, so it got rid of my name and everything. And I've also had people because I've got a good eye for detail, and I did a piece of work where, like, on the shoulder, inside of a shoulder of one of the characters I drew, I had my watermark. Someone retweeted it, but I zoomed in and it'd been badly clone stamped out.
Just the talent.
Yeah, it's just like that, so they could claim the work for themselves. I'm thinking, is it really that difficult to just retweet it how it is?
I would love doing that though, and like actually responding, be like, oh, I love this. Where'd you get this from? And then just seeing their answers. Like, I would love it. I would love.
I feel like that's so unfulfilling though. Like, to claim that as your own instead of taking the time to work.
I mean,
on
Jack,
like
I used your fucking zombie fucking tribute video. It wasn't my own. I had it. That was a great upload.
Ask me, dude.
It was a great upload. I did though. Look at the description. AR
really?
Turbo. It's in the comments. I did. Okay
then.
I said, hey, I used it. I used it without getting an answer from you either way, but I asked you.
I'm still gonna claim you though.
Yeah, claim me.
2 cents is mine.
There you go. Stop claiming me.
I think one thing I would like to sort of like move on to just for a short period of time is as well. Obviously, this whole stream was mainly about the merch and stuff like that, but also I would like to bring up that again. I as an artist, I do my own stuff. I'm not just the Turbo art guy, even though I am. I'm not just a Turbo art guy. I'm not the Tim art guy.
Zwenic.
I also do a lot of my own artwork. So it's like, it's one of those things where for the past month or so, I've been working on a zombies project. So I've been designing a map, not necessarily actually making it, but just designing the concept art and the stuff like that. And I've also, as of recently, have been getting back into recreating some old artwork I've done, like with the Prestige icon I've been doing, and remaking some of those new ones and doing pop bombs and stuff like that. So a lot of my artwork is quite diverse. So, for example, I sent one in the Discord chat. I sent one of the crypt with electric cherry in it. That's the concept for the map I was doing. Which,
that looks freaking insane. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, I'll tell you a sad reality of that. Do you want to know what the original picture for that actually was?
Wait, what?
This is the map Zwenic is currently working on. Just want to show this up.
So I will get the image for you, Jack. You'll be pleasantly surprised about this. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, Hyper Turbo. Blame Jack for that. You people in the UK. I'm gonna try to like mute.
Nope, I'm not taking any
I'm gonna
blame
try to
because
mute
I
that.
told him beforehand.
I'm gonna try to mute that section of the 13-hour stream because so you guys in the UK can watch it. Jack made me play the fucking the One Punch Man trailer, and
you know what?
At the 11th hour mark, and the whole stream so far is good there. I know Jack said not to play because of copyright, but I didn't think I played Queen. I played Queen the whole fucking day. Who would have known that one thing?
I'm saying I don't have any blame in this.
So don't worry, UK people. If you want to watch the 12-hour stream, I'm gonna probably I'm gonna try to fix it. If you can't though, I'm so sorry. It was a hoot and a half.
Still though, it's like a completely different picture.
Yeah, like that was the original. Because I'm gonna say it now. I used that stock image and I edited it so much that it's just completely different.
So that image that was just on the screen, that was the zombified and the worked on image. This is the original image Zwenic used.
It was literally just a stock image that I just edited.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's actually crazy.
Too. Yeah.
It's just
wow.
It's just so much like as long as you know what you're doing, it's easy to do. As I say, I took a stock image and I just edited it.
If you do the thing and you do it good, you get the results.
Exactly.
Yeah, that looks
it's just what a lot of people in the industry do with art anyway. They do a thing what's known as photo bashing, which basically you take several different images, compile them together, and just edit it to make it your own thing.
Yeah.
And that's basically what that stock image is. I've just like done lots of brush effects and added different assets just to make it look different. Because if I didn't show you that stock image, you would think it was completely like rendered.
Drawn, rendered, yeah.
Like that.
But but that's great. And like Zwenic said, you can find all of his personal stuff down below. YouTube channel. His Twitter is @Zwenic. If you want to go find out his Twitter. Like I said, for the people watching at home, this is the man behind it all. Zwenic is unbelievable. Unbelievably talented. I would just like to say, honestly, if it wasn't for Zwenic, there would not be this merch this year. Like, of course, there would be merch, but the way it looks, the marketing images, I like just in general. Anna's in the chat also. Anna with the photo shoot. Anna, once again, thank you so much for just being a supporter, a friend, and just in general supporting the merch and doing it for me. Thank you so much. Like I said, Zwenic is amazing. Zwenic, I can't thank you. Honestly, Zwenic, I cannot thank you enough, really. I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for me with this merch sale, this merch drop. Like I told Jack, I told my parents, I told my friends, like I told everybody, this is only the beginning for merch. This is only the beginning for our relationship. We have so many things. I mean, I have so many ideas, I think, in the future that I know you and me are going to absolutely destroy. We're gonna kill. I know Zwenic on his own personal stuff. He has some great stuff that if you guys want to, like I said, check out the description down below. Keep updated with my man Zwenic. He'll be popping out in and out of chat whenever you want to see his face. So he'll be here and he'll be eating garlic bread. So there you go.
So, One thing before we sort of like close it out. One thing I do want to mention is to basically summarize the whole experience is, first of all, please, for the love of God, not to sound harsh or anything, please, when you come in DMs, do not sound leechy. 2, please credit where credit is due if you can't retweet it for some reason. And also just, even though things don't seem possible at first, if you try and develop your own skills, things do become possible. It just takes time.
Also, there you go, Zwenic. What a great way to close it out. I want to ask you one question for myself to kind of maybe this is funny for Jack to hear. So, how am I to work with? Be brutally honest, because the things I asked Zwenic, like, I don't know, maybe I kind of want it like more of an Orby effect, and maybe like in the background, maybe make it a little more like lighter. Like I don't know the terminology well enough to like kind of tell exactly what I want.
Make the color go bright.
Yeah, make it go brighter. Make it kind of look like I think at one point I said rusty. Make it look more rusty. Make it look more like gritty. Like those are the type of words words I say. So like so when I ask you to like revamp something or to like fix something, how is it to work with? Like how am I challenging? Am I easy? What am I?
Well, so for a start, it's because the Photoshop file's saved in a specific way, because obviously Photoshop's based on layers. I just save every single thing.
Because you know I'll probably want to fix it in 2 seconds.
Save any single thing to do with layers. You can just go back and change it. Like, because I think for the Twitter banner I did for you, the actual lightning bolt itself, which I used in the vaporwave image for the marketing, I had to create a separate, like, full copy of it. So, like, it was not cut out or anything around the letters. I had to duplicate that beforehand, because if you say put the text over it, then like enlarge the space around the letters, then cut it out, and then you've not got the previous image. You have to go and redesign the whole thing. So that's another bit of advice if you want to do Photoshop stuff. But as I say, yeah, with the lightning bolt itself, just duplicate every single thing in the file, because if you don't do that, then you've got to go back and redesign it. And oh my god, this is because from that perspective, now I've actually learned about that stuff.
Yeah,
it's not that difficult to actually work with you
by
and to
creating
do that sort of stuff, because it's a lot easier. So, but one of the things that was really, really challenging is when I had to do the merch stuff for Greg. We were sat in the call for about 4 hours. We were sat in the call for 4 hours, and because the designs are so intricate, I had to port the line art from Illustrator. That means I'll have to go back into Illustrator to re-edit the line art, to go back into Photoshop to repaint it, to go back into Illustrator.
You're speaking gibberish to me. That's it. Gibberish. Don't get it. But like you say, Zwenic has the patience of a god. I mean, I ask him for something, I fix it, never a trouble, never a doubt. He just always right away fixes it, and I gotta say, Zwenic, I'm very thankful for you to help me so much with this. Like I said, if you watch Nelk and you see a bunch of the hype and stuff they do for merch, just get ready for that with this channel, because I have so many cool fucking ideas. Just in general, Nelk has been inspiring me a ton recently, so who the fuck knows where we may go in the future, but just in general, merch-wise, they really inspired me, so just use that with what you will for what may come this future for the channel. I do also want to tell a funny story. I thought of the podcast right when this happened to me. So, Jack, I live right behind, so what I know now to be a daycare center. Okay, so my window, this window right here, hi Jesus, it's like heaven. It's like it's so bright heaven. It's like I'm oh, that'd be great. Go fucking up at the window, and see him run. It's a preschool, right? So it's a preschool right outside the window. I can see the backyard of where they're playing and stuff. So that sounded weird. So they play and stuff in the backyard. Now I don't know what's going on.
What's your daily schedule, Turbo? Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So I'm usually sitting here like doing my work or either listening to music, just doing whatever, and I hear just like kids playing and like toys rattling and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what? Really? What is this? I look outside my window, there's a bunch of fucking kids. Now, it's an Asian lady and an Asian old lady sitting by the door. So I'm just thinking maybe they have a big family, because all the other kids also I saw were Asian babies and some white kids and stuff like that. But I didn't really, see that well. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're just, that's a family. It's a family and whatever. I then see a black baby, and then I'm like, okay, this is getting interesting, because it's a black baby, a daycare center, I don't think a Chinese family, unless they're adopting, like, fucking Angelina Jolie, I don't think there's a lot of, like, black babies in that daycare center. Also, I'm so fucking, why am I so low? So now I'm like, wait a minute, this has to be a daycare center. I'm like, Ma, is this a fucking daycare center? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. All of a sudden, I'm like, okay, whatever the fuck is daycare center. Do my work. This is what I hear. You ready? Where's the exact lyric? Strawberry milkshakes all night. Lucky for you. That's what I like. That's what I like. I'm like, oh my god, they're playing Kids Bop. Jack, they're playing Kids Bop. Jack. Jack,
I was like, oh,
Jack,
but that sounds slightly familiar, like in a real weird way.
because it's a Bruno Mars song. But they're playing all these fucking Frozen fucking songs. I'm in my room. I'm hearing strawberry milkshakes all night. And then I'm hearing like fucking Legos, can you hear me? Woo! Toy Story, can you hear me? Woo! Go to the movies, can you watch it? Go to the movies, can you watch it?
Dude, can we be real for a second? Kids Bop songs would be the easiest thing to write in the world. You just take a popular song and just replace like key words
I
that
got
aren't
so
appropriate.
fucking I got so cringed out. I was like, oh my god, these kids
Bro,
think
there's like 100 discs already.
I don't give a fuck, but yeah, no, that was just a funny story I wanted to say because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, does this family have 18,000 kids? What the fuck's going on here? Then I realized the daycare center. Then I realized what the fuck they're doing with the kids. Then they're playing Ring Around the Rosie. I see the kind of games. I'm like,
You got a little jealous, didn't you?
No, I actually said to myself, I'm happy I'm not that age again because I just don't know how I went through that corniness of let's all hold hands.
Your brain is tiny.
I don't give a fuck, tiny brain. At the time I was 6 years old, I knew what a fucking W-2 form was. I was fucking advanced. I was ready.
Yes,
I was there. I was there. But that's it. That's what we got for the podcast today. Zwenic, we fucking love you. Anytime you want to come on the show again, Zwenic, please, give us a holla. Yeah, Zwenic, thank you so much.
You're welcome. One thing before I want to go, people are asking me to say garlic bread, so there you go, garlic bread.
There you go.
Garlic bread!
Fuck the garlic bread.
Go!
Fuck the garlic bread. Jack, may I say I saw your acting skills for your sponsorship intro you did for your merch. Great acting skills, Jack. Great acting. I gotta say. You don't know?
Wait, sponsor? Oh, the Kaioken ad?
Dude,
that was the
advertisement for Jack. I gotta say, Jack. I may want. Right? I think we may have to. I think I know what to get you for your birthday now, Jack.
What?
Acting lessons. All right, so we're gonna go. I love you all. No, Jack, that was great though. Jack was playing two characters.
I put myself out there, chat,
Jack,
and I just get hurt every time.
No, because I love it because Jack doesn't do that. Jack doesn't put himself out there like that.
Comedy.
So that's why when he does it, I'm like, that's the thing, Jack. So I'm so used to that type of comedy. So when I see you doing that, I'm like, it's fucking great. It was awesome. I saw that on my Instagram. I was like, I gotta fucking watch this. I'm not skipping this. I see Jack in glasses and a hat. I'm like, I gotta see this. What the fuck is this?
I just
boy.
imagine him in those like crazy square 80s shades and a bucket hat.
Yeah, the fucking glasses with the nose on it, the comic glasses, that's it. But no, but like I said, guys, go check out Zwenic down below. Go check out IIWII down below also for all your anime Naruto reacting fucking videos. Like I said also, well, Jack, when are we watching our anime? We have to get a day down. We have to get a day down.
Yeah, for sure. I want to do this week.
This week.
Yeah.
Alright, so how about this? Tomorrow, I make my schedule every Sunday. Tomorrow, I'll hit you up. We'll pick a day tomorrow. Okay? Chat, we're watching anime. Don't worry. Alright, guys, we love you all. Peace and love. There's Zwenic, there's Garlic Bread, there's Jack the Bus. We will see you next week. I believe we have Tim Hansen for next week, Jackie boy. Tim Hansen next week on the It Is Wiz podcast. So, guys, stick around next week to watch Tim Hansen on the It Is Wiz podcast. We love you all every single Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the channel for the It Is Wiz podcast. And, yeah, we will see you guys. More craziness from myself on the channel this week coming to you guys. So, yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Love you all. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Dude, you know.
Thank you so much for watching the It Is Wiz podcast, you sexy bastards. As you guys know, every single Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the It Is Wiz podcast is live right here, right now on the channel. So, guys, if you did enjoy this podcast, comment what topics you want us to talk about on the next podcast, what guests you guys want us to see on any podcast in the future. Let us know. We'll get in contact with them, or maybe we'll just research them, and if we're intrigued of what they're about, we'll have them on the show. This isn't just a gaming podcast. This is the podcast that we talk about our favorite games, which in my opinion has to be Call of Duty Zombies, just in general, anything to do with zombies, you know, because that's all the games I play. Because, you know, that's all the games my friends play. And I don't have a lot of friends. And then they don't have a lot of games they play also, which decreases my options to meet people. I'm single right now, as I make...